Welcome to Atomcraft. This is a base builder mining style game, I suppose you could say. The quirk about this game is that literally each and every pixel in this game is a different element. So we play as this tiny little character over here, and you can see that its little face is looking where I'm pointing. This resource is dirt. This resource is limestone. We got a little bit of grass over here. We got a tree over here. We've got some leaves. We got some more tree. There's some more stuff down here as well. There's also pyrite. There's a lot of interesting stuff that is available for us to mess around with and experiment. Basically, what we have to do is get our spaceship back into the sky. We kind of crashed here. I can enter the spaceship. We can have a little look at its inventory, which currently is nothing. We can also launch it up into space. Spaceship needs repairs. 0% complete. Okay, that is what we are going to have to do. There's some, like, light little tutorialized elements. We're going to be going through that. There's also a huge number of upgrades that are going to allow us to sort of upgrade our drilling capabilities, allowing us to drill deeper, as well as, stuff like a lead-acid battery, going to enable the use of electrical devices. That's kind of cool. We can also increase the maximum carry of our backpack. We've got inventory over here. We have got some slots down here. Let's see if we can just try and go and collect some resources. So, stuff like dirt we can just collect, and grass also you can just collect like so. As you can see, it is immediately appearing in my inventory, and I can deposit it out back into the world just like so, which is very nice. Okay, get a fire starter. That is an upgrade that we have to try and get. Generates sparks that can start fires. Yeah, so that is going to be very, very good to do. Accordingly, let's bring out the wooden drill. Now, the interesting thing about the wooden drill is I can also activate a jetpack mode, which allows me to sort of fly around in all dimensions. The drill is going to allow me to drill up some of the harder resources in the world, including a little bit of wood, which I am going to get a fairly large amount of for reasons which will become clear in just a second. What do we got over here? We've got like just literally just a pile of wood that is just chilling over here. What are you? You're I don't know, you're like a little animal. Oh, I killed a chicken. I collected a raw chicken, and now I guess I killed a cow. So we got some raw cow as well. We can also grab some berries, some nuts, a whole bunch of other stuff. Now, what we're really after is this stuff over here. This is a cuprite deposit, and it is one of the only sort of like minerals that my pretty crappy wooden pickaxe can actually drill. Cannot drill this limestone, unfortunately, but that's okay. Let's see if we can try and get ourselves some more cuprite here, because we are going to need it. Cuprite is the elemental component of copper. So, as you can imagine, we're hopefully going to be building to a point where we are going to be able to process... Ooh, compacted dirt. That's new. We're hopefully going to be building to a point... Ooh, there's a little bit of water over here. Hopefully going to be building to a point where we are going to be able to... I will take the clay as well. Let's go and see if we can try and nab this clay here. But we're going to build to a point where we're going to be able to get access to copper. That is going to be pretty nice. Flint, we absolutely do need to get flint. Cassiterite. Oh, we can mine cassiterite. Okay, don't know what that's going to be all about. Pyrite, I'm absolutely going to nab pyrite. We need a whole bunch of pyrite. And I will also get a little bit more flint, compacted dirt, etc. I don't know how large my backpack is, but large enough to hold like 1,500 units of fallen leaf. Granite, of course, we're not going to be able to dig granite. It's a very hard resource. Cassiterite, I'm going to nab just a bit of cassiterite whilst I'm over here. I don't really know where we want to set up a base of operations. I think it would probably be sensible if we set it up in close proximity to the ship, but I don't think there's any reason that it necessarily has to be there. We've got a jetpack, and as far as I'm aware, the jetpack is... Oh, I've got lots of flowers now in my inventory. Well, that's fine. As far as I'm aware, we've got loads of inventory space that we don't really need to worry about. We'll see if we can try and maybe nab a little bit of additional cuprite whilst we are over here. Again, just because I know we are, in fact, going to need it. But, hey-ho. Okay, so we've got a nice little divot over here. This is going to be very, very useful, in fact. Let's There we just go. Just collect up the rest of the dirt that is just chilling around here. And then let's go and see if we can try and get ourselves our first upgrade. So, copper drill. Absolutely want to get through. Want to get this. This is going to allow us to drill through limestone, giving us access to caves. In order to do that, though, we're going to have to nab the fire starter. Brilliant. Then we get some more objectives to get the copper drill. Fantastic. So, drill cooperite. In fact, I think there's just a tiny little bit of cooperite over there, which is all we need to drill. I actually already got myself. That's nuts. That's wood, chicken, hamburger, raw. That's fine. Make a wood pile. We can absolutely do that. And in fact, oh no, chicken, you need to die, I'm afraid. Sorry. Let's make a little wood pile in here. Set the wood on fire. We'll switch over to this tool. We'll set a spark there. And suddenly, we have got ourselves... Oh. Okay. Cows and chickens. Yeah, okay. They just turn into hamburger. And then they turn into carbon after that. That's a shame. Anyway, melting cooperite. So what do we do in order to get that up and running? Well, all we do is we literally select... Ooh. No, select this down here, chicken raw. Then select cooperite, and boom, we can transfer all of the cooperite down into my inventory. And then from there, it's literally just a case of switching back, dropping it in. And what do you know? We are able to turn cooperite into copper. Because we literally just melt it thanks to the nice high heat. I don't know what temperature cooperite becomes copper, but we can see the temperature right now in degrees Celsius by hovering over. And then if I'm able to mine this, and we should be able to mine more than 64 copper. Very, very useful. We've also nabbed ourselves a little bit of charcoal as well, which is kind of fine. Either way, we can buy ourselves the copper drill, which is very, very nice. Bought the copper drill upgrade, and we now need to drill hematite. But, I mean, most importantly, there we go. We can nab ourselves some limestone, which is pretty cool. I kind of want to keep this little basin as a melting area. I don't know how deep hematite is going to be. What is this over here? Potassium nitrate? Is that an ingredient for, like, an explosives? Celestine? Okay. Hematite deposit. Okay, so hematite, I think, is the component that is going to give us iron. I believe it is made up of iron. What is this? A barite deposit. Oh, yeah, there are enemies in this game as well. We do need to be a little bit careful about that. Yeah. Okay, I did take a little bit of damage. I've got some... Oh, what the heck is this? Like some green slime, blue slime, and yellow slime. A little bit spooky, but that's okay. Let's collect some more pentandolites. Bauxite. Bauxite is aluminum, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken, but I can't get through that, so we're gonna have to go around it. See if we can try and find this bauxite from another angle. There we go. Okay, we can get slight access to bauxite. I think bauxite might appear adjacent to pendlandite, wherever it is. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that is the case. Sylvantine. This looks like gold and silver in here. And in fact, it looks like we are able to get access to that quite easily. And then some more hematite over here. Okay, yoink that. That's looking and feeling pretty good. And in fact, there's even more juicy deposits over here. This copper drill is freaking goated. Absolutely brilliant. That's what we love. Right. No, can't get anything more there. You are... Okay, yeah, you're going to be a little bit annoying. I think... Can I get a weapon of some sort? Is that possible? Oh. Okay, I'm not gonna stick around in the caves for too long. It is 4:30 in the morning, so I am expecting some issues. Okay, let's pick up all of this. We've got some limestone, which is still kind of cooking. That's fine. Right. Let's see if we can try and get ourselves some iron. Nice and simple. Let's go, and I'll keep dirt in my inventory, actually. That's fine. Let's go replace hamburger raw with, it is called hematite. There we go. Let's light this sucker on fire. Amazing. And then let's place down a little bit of this. I kind of wanted the wood to stay on fire for a little bit longer, to be honest. That's kind of That's kind of what I wanted. Okay, maybe let's try and feed... Let's maybe try and feed this a little bit more carefully. Hematites. There we go. How hot do we need to get this? We definitely can get it hot. Hematite solid. I feel like we need a more efficient and a more efficiently designed system. Let's go and place down some wood on top of this here. There we go. So we should now be heating the hematite from all different angles. I think hematite needs to be heated up to a higher temperature before it turns into iron. Although, there we go. We've got molten iron, which means that as soon as it cools down, we should be able to... Potash? Yeah, there we go. We've got some regular old iron there. That's brilliant. Let's get a little bit more... You know what? Get a little bit more dirt. And just throw some hematite down on top of that as well. How about that? Charcoal is very, very hot. Hematite. Yeah, we need to always make sure that it's lit. Yeah, so we clearly need to design a better... There we go. Clearly need to design a better system. But you know what? For now, on a temporary basis, having a big old hematite pile, that's fine. So 64 iron is fine. We need to buy a hammer upgrade as well, which we can try and do. There's lots of charcoal. Charcoal can get very, very hot. And it looks like it's turning quite a lot of stuff into charcoal here, just thanks to the pressure. Yeah, don't know what temperature hematite becomes iron at, but you know what? That's fine. We've managed to nab ourselves just a little bit of iron ore over here. Is it going to be enough? I don't know. It is. That's great. Let's see if we can try and get ourselves the hammer. Okay, build stable structures with various materials. Can free draw or plan straight lines. Absolutely, let's do that. Okay, so that gives me access to another tool. So, how does this work? Can't build with the current material. Right, but we could build like a wood wall, right? But obviously, it would be flammable. I think we probably want limestone. Like, a limestone has got a level 3 hardness. But it also doesn't melt at, like... Oh, it does. Quick lime. We'll have to think about what we want to make our... Well, let's think about what we want to make our sort of, like, structure out of. Because something like granite, or maybe something else. Also, you can pick up liquids as well, which is what we have done in a couple of locations. Cassiterite. Can we maybe try... Let's select berries. And then let's see if we can try and put cassiterite down here. So let's see. I can't make cassiterite. Okay, well, that's a problem. We're going to have to... Lime gravel. Lime gravel is not really what I want. Quicklime silver. No. Okay, let's just finish the... Let's finish the objective. Didn't mean to put wood there, but it's fine. Stick the objective down. Build that there. Help system. Great. We've got a help system available to us. How to use the cooking system in your first couple of snacks. Unlock the forge destination. Where's that? Aha. Oh, sorry. Forge destination, form design. Okay, basic forge layouts and design tips. That's what we love. Visit the forge design help mode. How the heck do we do that, I wonder? It's literally just by clicking on here, which is fine. Okay, so simple forge separates the fuel from the smelting material. A runoff forge, good for large volumes. Okay, so the fuel is in here, or the fuel is sort of kept down below. And a mechanical pixels for blending and pumping for chemical reactions under heat. Okay, separate the burning fuel. Build using clay, because it'll turn into ceramic when heated instead of melting. Okay, that is what we like. I think I want a simple forge. I think that sounds like a pretty darned good idea. So this is no good for us. Let's, can I set fire to this wood? Or can I actually just pick it up, to be honest? I need to drill it. Okay, well, whatever. I need to drill it. If I need to drill it, I need to drill it. Not a problem. Okay, so you're just gonna burn over there for now. Let's pick up this. Pick up anything that can be picked up. There's a lot of molten stuff, and in fact, the lime is still molten, but that's okay. Right, let's go replace the dirt, and then let's see how much clay I have got. Cuprite, iron, fallen leaf. I don't think I really need... I don't think I really need flint, do I? Yeah, okay, so clay. And also, I presume that we make clay by adding dirt to water. We'll have to experiment with that. Anyway, let's go to... Nope. There we go. And let's go to this. So if I do shift, let's get a nice long basin like so. Okay, good. Good. I should have enough clay to make this happen, but if not, it's going to be really awkward. Okay, there. 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 And there. How's that looking? Ooh, that's looking not too bad. I just did drop a whole bunch of clay, but that's okay. There we go. Put that down just on top of the spaceship. Okay. So, next thing that we need to get is a whole bunch of... Also, I can adjust the brush size, and I might want to do that. Whole bunch of wood over here for now. Great. We will light the match on this in just a second. Let's actually just check out what upgrades I want to get. An iron drill, there's pretty much no reason not to get this. A steel drill, hell yeah, I'm interested in making steel. There's so much to do here. A material guide that's going to require some steel. Is there anything else that I want to get done right now? A measuring tape, don't hate it. Steel seems to be like a fairly large and important sort of milestone. Quite a lot of these objectives are going to contain steel. Crowbar, iron, lets you remove individual pixels. Faster gears, allows us to drill faster. I'll get a cooking tab, sure. Ooh, okay. What is this? Berry and nuts? We can make trail mix. Okay. Fine. Great. And you know what? I will eat you. There we go. That restores a nice little bit of health. Very, very handy. Let's get... Oh, see that? That was water that was just falling from the roof there. I'm gonna try and convert all of this cuprite into copper. Just feels like a good priority for me right now. Let's see how hot this needs to get and if this level of adjacency is gonna be enough. The clay wall is gonna become ceramic. There we go. And then immediately we're gonna get copper. Okay, so that is actually really, really nice. That is really, 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 really good. Also, you can see that we're slowed because we've got too much equipment, too much stuff on us at the moment. We've got molten copper at the bottom there. I could sort of step in and do a little bit of mining here. There we go, in order to clean this out and then replace the cuperites. I probably don't want to be doing that, though, because otherwise that's going to mess up. Otherwise, it's going to mess up the outside there if I'm not careful. Cool, though. That's looking real good. Looking real good. Right, iron, I don't need. Hematite, I do need. Let's drill a little bit more. Being careful not to damage any of the ceramic. We might not be able to... Yeah, I was going to say, we might not be able to even damage the ceramic. That's fine. Okay, let's drop a hematite in here. There we go. And hope that that's going to be enough to sort of like propagate the heat upwards. A little bit of copper is floating to the top. Interesting. Okay, but the hematite is definitely heating up, and it looks like we've got enough heat in this system. Yep, there we go. Molten iron. This is working. This is working really, really well. I think it's because it's not directly inside that we're heating up the middle. Like, it's a bit more of a sophisticated system that we've got here with this forge. So it's... This is really good. This is really good. This is really, really, really good. Okay, well, I think we can call this experiment a genuine and fulsome success. The real question is, how are we going to make steel? That is the question. Toolbox. Let's get the trail mix down into our inventory. Oh yeah, we've got a map. Okay, repair spaceship to add to teleporter network. Spaceship repair. Aha, right. So we have got elemental, discovered carbon, discovered tin. Hold left mouse button to apply. Oh, we need to get all of these resources added to the ship. I see. Okay, that's kind of cool. Well, let's just go and get the copper in right about now. Why the heck not? Silver, gold, no, I'm going to hang on to that for a little while. Looks like we've got a whole bunch of achievements. I don't think it really matters. That's completely fine. Yeah, I think the help guide is going to be pretty useful, actually. So basic food, we've got a little bit of an overview on basic food. We've already kind of experimented with that because we've unlocked the cooking tab. Animals coming soon. Nuclear, I mean, hell yeah, I'm interested in that. Advanced smelting, no. Source ores, yeah, that would be kind of useful. Let's have a little look at what you've got. So cuprites, cassiterite. Okay, so that's tin, and we have cassiterite, so we can make tin right now. Check formulas of ores to see what's inside them. So the way that I do that then is by unlocking this. So I need to be able to get steel first. I mean, steel is going to be... It's got to be carbon, right? It's got to be carbon. Do I have carbon? I have charcoal. Let's see if I can try and add charcoal to the mix. And then... Can I release a bit of charcoal into the mix to see if that creates... See if that creates any steel? Molten copper there, molten iron... Molten iron. Because I don't think I have carbon. I did have carbon. There's wood, charcoal, lye. I did have a little bit of carbon, but I put it into the ship. Unfortunately. Iron, charcoal, copper. Yeah, and I think that's what... yeah. And now I have 0 carbon. See, if I added carbon to the charcoal, I'm actually, like, pretty confident that I would have made steel. That's not necessarily the end of the world. Let's go and have a quick little refresh, because we've got charcoal there. How would I get carbon, I wonder? I'm thinking that it might be something to do with, like, leaves, trees... Something like that. There you go. It's literally leaves. That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Okay, so it's intuitive. There's definitely a level of intuition as to what you have to try and think about. Let's go re-add hematite. There we go. And then not charcoal. We're going to this time use carbon. There we go. We've only got 150, but that's completely fine. Let's add the carbon into the mix. Oh. Whoops, a little bit too close to the sun there. And then let's see if it's working. It is propagating through, but that's fine. We'll put it in the middle there. Let's see if the carbon heats up. Molten steel. We've done it. There we freaking go. So slowly but surely, all of this is going to be converted to molten steel. As much as it possibly can be, anyway. That is really cool. I absolutely flippin' love that. I think now we probably just pick up all of this resource over here. Yep, no big deal. We allow this to just cool down a little bit, and then we will get stuck in. I can actually pick up. Hold on, let's go. Molten. Put down that. There we go. Just let it all out. We don't need to be holding on to these molten things. I will just let that cool down a little bit. Could cool it down with water. There's probably some sort of like sophisticated system that we could get, but that's okay. There we go. I'm gonna try and get myself a little bit more carbon here, just whilst I'm doing it, because I have a sneaking suspicion we are going to need a heck of a lot more steel than I currently have. That's pretty nice, though. That is pretty nice, and I'm pretty chuffed that I managed to figure out how that worked. Iron. There is steel in here somewhere. I don't think it's clear where it is, but let's give it a shot. Iron, steel. Oh, plenty of steel. Plenty of steel. Now, if we mine on the ceramic, that's good. That means that we're going to be fine. Hematite, a little bit of hematite back. No big deal. was a slight little bit of incursion over there. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of repair job. That's fine. So far, though, so good. There we go. We can actually get pretty darn granular with this. Right, so upgrades. I have the ability to get a steel, but let's get the material guide first. That seems really, really, really important. So that opens up a new tab as well. So if I search steel, cobalt steel, molten cobalt, molten steel equals molten cobalt steel. No, I want molten steel. Steel, regular steel. Hydrochloric acid, steel. What the heck? This seems like not what I was doing. Yeah, okay, I do not know how we interpret this. Molten cobalt plus molten steel equals molten cobalt steel. Is this just like uses for it? View reactions. Jump to inventory. Yeah, we don't have any molten steel in our inventory, but that's okay. We do have like regular steel in our inventory. Sources, steel wall. Yeah, okay. Bit weird because don't really understand how any of that works. Okay, let's not get too bogged down in that. That's a tab for looking up chemical reactions and properties. A blender gun, reaction pin, backpack level 2, jetpack level 2, lead acid battery, steel drill. Click on a material to open in the steel tab in the tab. That's fine. Compass shows you your way back to the spaceship. Yeah, you know what? I'll go and get it. Farmer's gloves. We need fiber in order to pick up and place animals. A tool belt lets you access different tools. Material belt. Okay, measuring tape. Crowbar, fine. Blueprint, maybe? That could be kind of interesting. What do we got here? Helmets. Ooh. A rocket launcher. Health regen? I mean, give me the rocket launcher. That sounds good. Explosive ammo crafted using nitroglycerin. Okay, don't have nitroglycerin yet, but that's okay. The helmets, I will get the helmet as well. Heat resistance, thermometer, a Geiger counter, a nuke launcher. That seems like a ridiculously cheap thing to be able to build. Very, very cheap. Tungsten. Tungsten plus carbon. Tungsten carbide. Okay. Okay. This material guide does not make much sense to me. That's fine though. That is fine. Let's check out the help situation. Advanced smelting. Yeah, I'm interested in checking that out. So that we need carbon in order to get access to that. Pixel crafting, no fiber, animals, loam, coming soon, uranium, nuclear. Do I just want to dig deeper? Is that what I'm kind of getting at? I think I'm kind of getting at that, to be honest. I think that I'm kind of getting at that. A cobalt steel drill. Well, thankfully we know how to make cobalt steel. It's molten cobalt plus molten steel. That's it. Let's make this. 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 Let's make it all. Let's make it all. And let's, you know what? There we go. Eat some of that. Move this down to there. Move this over to there. The rocket launcher, I don't think will actually work. Yeah, because we don't have any... ammunition for it yet. That's fine. Right. Other upgrades to pursue. I need to think about what other upgrades I'm going to pursue. I also probably need to go deeper. Yeah, almost certainly I need to go deeper. I have got so little stuff. Carbon, I can probably max out on carbon now. That's good. That's good. Iron can absolutely max out on iron. That's really nice. It's going to be a lot of stuff to repair. Ship inventory. Oh. This is the personal inventory, ship inventory. So we can transfer stuff into the ship if we wish to. We're 4% of the way through there. Okay, that's fine. Shall we go down and test out our brand new drill? I think we should. We should probably drop off... We should probably drop off some resources first. So let's go into ship inventory. Let's go into... limestone gravel. Let's transfer all units of that in. Wood, I'll keep wood because that's quite useful. Steam, we can just let that out whenever we need to. Hematite, yep. Iron, yep. Fallen leaves, dirt, copper. Oh, casterite I need to melt. We'll do that when we come back. Charcoal. Fine. That should give me... Yeah, that should give me way more room to play around down here. So what can I now drill given my steel drill? Drills through appetite. I've got an appetite for appetite. Anything that I see that is new, I will of course drill. Appetite. There we go. Okay, so that's how deep we can get. Oh, interesting. Steel wall? Aha. Okay, so steel walls do exist in the world, and in fact, might be a super easy farm. Okay, get absolutely dunked on. Yeah, steel walls, pretty easy form of getting around. What is this? Rubidium? Yoink. I will take it. That's good. And what is this? Vandanite. No idea how useful or unuseful this is going to be. But that is good. Oh yeah, I was going to check actually. Little jumpy boy down there. What's the next one? Cobalt steel drill? Oh yeah, I need cobalt, basically. What do we got down here? Olivine. Too hard. Pyroluce. This is also something that's too hard. Lots of steel here. I don't know what's going on with the structure in the back there. There we go. Don't really care about your slime. Stibnite. I'll take it. We're up to 79. Bismuthinite. Borax. Okay. Oh, and cobalites. That's great. So we found cobalt. That's really handy. Okay. Stibnite. That's thorbonite. Yoink, 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 yoink. Get out of here, please. I don't know if you're a good guy or a bad guy, but I would rather not check. Ectoplasm. That's from one of the ghosts. The little spirit things that we just saw. Also, I can toggle my helmet on here. Is there any reason not to have it on at all times? Gotta be honest, not sure. I think it kind of looks cooler. I will take the steel because all we need to do to make cobalt steel is presumably just to moltenify all of the steel wool that I am picking up. Great position to be in. Coal deposit? I will take a coal deposit because first of all, I don't have any coal. Oh, I am very, very slow here. The heck is that? Fluorites? Okay, I might be slow, but I'm coming. I'm coming. Oh boy. Yeah, we need to do something about this. This is actually kind of tragic. Okay, well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and get this coal deposit just because I know that I need the coal. I need the coal. Lead, selen. Okay, there's a lot of new stuff coming through here. In fact, there's so much stuff that I don't really want to stop. Well, we're almost back to the surface. That did take a little bit of time. The good news is that I have a bunch of new materials. And in fact, even access to some of these, like lead, selen, lead ore. Even access to some of these lead ores is kind of nice. Let's get up to the surface. I also need to get I need to get water. I need to get lots of water. I also want to see if I can try and light things up a little bit more. What is it that I want to make first? What is it that I want to make first indeed? That is the real question. Let's jump into the forge. A runoff forge, good for large volumes. Yeah, see, maybe we want to do something like this. Because then I just put all the fuel stuff in here, and then I put all of the resources in this area, and then they just sort of like roll down. And that would be kind of good. Mechanical pixels for blending and pumping for chemical reactions. That's curious. To be honest, I'm not actually totally convinced that I need anything more. Oh, is this ceramic? I can now drill ceramic. I got to be really careful with that. That's fine. Let's go and get oh, a chicken egg. The egg yolk. Incredible. Appetite gravel. Okay, let's hold on. Over encumbered. Yes, I know. Right, ship inventory. Let's have a look. So, can I sort by player inventory amounts? No, I don't think I can. Transfer all to the ship. I will do that. Is there an unlimited amount of stuff in the ship? There could very well be. Unlimited amount of storage space? There could very well be. Right, give me all the wood. Give me all of this. Give me all of this. All the steel. Yep. Don't need any steam. Don't need anything else. Some of the new stuff. Cobaltite. Yep. Coal. I'll take the coal as well. Clay for any further amendments that I'm going to be making. Do we have water? I do have water. I'd quite like more water. We'll loop back on that in a little bit. Anything else? Carbon dioxide. Might take a little bit of carbon just because I might need some for the steel. We might still actually be over encumbered. No, we're totally fine. Right, so steel we want to get heated up. Wood. Going to set a nice large wood burning section over here. Steel, let's get a bunch of steel set up. Actually, no. Let's pick this up. Let's do cobaltite first. Cobaltite. Yeah, let's melt the cobaltite. Cool. Start that off. Amazing. We'll get that heated up, and then we will introduce the steel. And that should give us, I believe, there we go, add the steel. And that should give us enough for cobalt steel. It's a little bit of an awkward situation over here, but that's completely fine. Cobaltite, I've got to imagine that the cobaltite's melt rate, what's that called? The melting temperature of cobalt is 1497. 1497. So is that when cobaltite? Oh, no. Okay. Cobaltite. Sources cobaltite. No. Okay, so even at 2000 degrees, we've still got issues getting this sorted. Okay. Not the end of the world, but a little bit worrying if I don't have the capability to melt this. We can introduce charcoal to the mix. That does technically burn a little bit hotter, but really? That is really, really hot. That is a really, really hot temperature that we're melting at. Okay, advanced smelting. Let's have a little look at this. Many ores need a reduction reaction to extract the metal. Okay, heat the ore. This produces some gas and the ore becomes an oxide. Right? Some ores such as oxides start as oxides, which you can skip the step. Mix carbon with the heated oxide. The oxygen is removed with the carbon. What the heck? This is crazy. A forge design lets you produce the oxide and mix the carbon in one reaction. Lets you perform the reduction. Okay, I don't think that is required for cobaltite, but it might be. That is clearly not working. What is this here? Steel, aqueous sulfur dioxide. I'm pretty sure that's just because there's a mix. Pretty sure that's just because there is a mix of resources. Okay, so we can't get that out of there. Reclamation, ways to get materials back after reactions. I'll take that as well. What do we got? Reclaiming carbon is important because it's necessary for reduction reactions. Oh, this is cool. Planting nuts to grow into trees gives you an endless supply of wood. Okay, that is something that I do want to experiment with. That is very important. Pixel crafting, maybe that is something that we want to do. The other thing that I do want to do is we've currently got a whole bunch of ceramic. This ceramic situation... Oh, cobalt oxide. Cobalt oxide is not quite what we're after. We're after cobalt, but cobalt oxide is... Cobalt oxide is fine because that means that we just need to capture. We need to capture the resource, which means that I need to do this roof thing. That's, you know what? That's okay. That's okay. We can work with this. Let's yoink this all up. And here's what I would like to do. I would like to add clay to this mix, and this clay hopefully will get heated to the point where it becomes ceramic. That's the dream, right? Yeah. And also, is there any information on clay? I'm not sure this is as useful as it could be, by the way. Clay into ceramic plus steam at 700 degrees Celsius. Right, so if we cool this down, basically, then... So if I collect this... There we go. If this clay cools down, is that going to become ceramic? No. Okay. Not sure. Not sure why that was the case. Weird. Carbon, steel, fawn leaf. Put it down here. Yeah, if you could just become... You could become ceramic. So we got lye. No, you don't want to become ceramic. I guess it needs to get even hotter in order to become that temperature. Okay, no worries. If it's not going to become ceramic, then that's fine. All I was thinking of was placing down... Oh, no. We need to place the clay walls. Okay, that's it. That's it. And then what if I... Yeah, I can nab all of this back. So if I place the clay walls with the hammer, like here. There we go. How about that? Will you then become ceramic? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's great. So then that allows me to harvest ceramic. And then I put ceramic in here, and then that will allow me to use ceramic freely. Okay, I'm going to go and collect some more clay. I don't know how we get clay. It's not... Again, the guide to materials, I feel like... Maybe that's it. Limestone, gravel, plus water in a blender gives me clay. Is that what I'm looking for? Is that better? I mean, yeah, that's fine, but that's not a way to do it in the wild, right? Like, clay definitely exists in the wild, and that is the method that I want to use. Here, do I even need? I can literally just pick it up, and you know what? I'll pick up the water as well. Okay, give me all the water. There will be a way to make clay. I don't know what it is at the moment, so I'm just gonna go and yoink a lot from the environment, and then I will go back to the spaceship, and we will take it forward over there. What the heck is this? What are you? Oh! Cassiterite? Oh, this is a wood wall. This is how we do a reduction. Interesting. Okay, so if I light this coal... Oh, yeah, I should be using coal now, because coal is going to be able to get up to a way higher temperature. Also, that's got loads of ceramic there, which I'm really interested in. Also, look at this. Look at this. We're capturing the carbon dioxide. Oh, that is so cool. That is so cool. And it's wood walls surrounded by ceramic. So this is, yeah, this is actually exactly what I was going to build. There's also sand here. Solid clay. Let's go and yoink all of this. Yoink the sand. I've got to be able to make clay somehow. Got to be able to make clay. Okay, no matter though. Yeah, molten tin. That's cool as heck. Carbon dioxide, also cool as heck. Right, let's collect this molten tin. And honestly, let's collect all of this coal. I can collect the carbon dioxide as well. There's pretty much no reason not to. I'm also going to just yoink all of this ceramic because, spoilers, this is exactly what I'm looking for, and I would like to build exactly this back at my base. So I'm going to collect this, I'm going to bring it back to the base, and then let's see what we can do. Right, just collected everything. Also realized that there's a little bug thing here that we can talk. What are you doing here? An asteroid hit my ship and I crashed on this planet. Me too. Maybe we can help each other fix our ships. Okay. What is this next to you? I made a forge. Can start refining some materials to repair my ship. Yoink. Yoink, 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 yoink. That's mine. Okay, chicken steak for some iodine. Slime shake, or we can get a peace ring. Help prepare their ship. Aluminium, gold, and mercury. Okay. That's fine. I mean, if we have a little look at the map, we can see at a glance where we are. We're over here at the moment. That's okay. That's not too shabby. Limestone, don't need to worry about any of that. Okay, let's not get too waylaid. I want to get a better setup. Oh, we can toggle a compass on as well. I want to get a better setup back at the base. I think it's important that we have a cauldron forge, which is, I think, what we've kind of got at the moment, and which is what we disassembled from that poor chump over there. But I think it's also... What the heck? Dry ice. Interesting. Yeah, it's also pretty important that we get ourselves a runoff forge as well. Some very hot dirt over there. That's fine. So, what I need right now... let's go and place you in there. Let's go and place down. There we go. Yep. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. So that's that should be that excluded. That should be some nice ceramic that we're gonna be able to use. Yoink. And you know what? I think it's gonna be quite literally just easier to redraw this entire thing. Do I want to make my main forge a runoff forge? I don't think so. I think we want this. Right, so let's start. So we want a nice shallow pan. Like that. Yep, great. Nice bit of space for all of our woods. Good. Amazing. And then up at the top here, we want something like this, which captures all of the exhaust. I mean, that was unbelievably simple, wasn't it? Great. Right, so let's try that. Let's try that again. So let's go here. Hold on, let me check. Cobalt. So output of cobalt is carbon plus cobalt oxide. Right, so it is a reduction. So also I just needed to make sure that this was toggled to the correct thing. I understand now. I understand. Right, let's jump to that in the inventory. Let's go and... Actually, let's go and release cobalt oxide. Cobalt oxide. Cobalt oxide plus carbon at that temperature. Okay, so that's actually great. That is great. However, cobaltite gets... cobaltite equipped to the inventory. Then we put that down there, and then we light it. Right, what was the temperature that it would become cobalt oxide? Let's have a look. Output of cobalt oxide, arsenic, cobaltite, 1592. So I think we can get up to that temperature with just wood. Coal is another issue entirely. We'll have to wait and see if we can try and do that. Wood. Are we going to be able to make this happen? I'm going to just pile up the wood a little bit higher just so that we can get a little bit more heat there. Cobaltite. Anything? We've got carbon dioxide up here. Lots of carbon dioxide, but that's because of... That is because... left mouse button. That's because we have... There we go. We need to make sure that this is locked off. Yeah, so... something like that. Yeah, so there's no carbon dioxide coming up here. Right, this has definitely worked because there's some sulfur dioxide, which I think has come from the cobaltites. But you know what? Let's introduce cobalt oxide to the mix as well. And let's go back to here. There we go, cobalt oxide. So that's going to heat up hopefully as well. Let's get a little bit more wood here. Great. That's what we like to see. Cobalt oxide, come on. Up to 1.5. Up to 1. Ooh. Hopefully that's not too problematic. Should be okay. Right. Back to here. Cobalt. Cobalt oxide plus carbon gives me cobalt and a little bit of carbon monoxide at 1562. We're not quite there yet. Maybe wood can't actually get up to that heat. Carbon dioxide. I think it can get up to that heat. Cobaltite, cobalt oxide. Let me see. Apply to selected slot. There we go. We need it to be just ever so slightly better. There's definitely some cobalt oxide being created here because, I mean, you can tell because when cobaltite becomes cobalt oxide, we get arsenic and sulfur dioxide. Yeah, sulfur dioxide. So there is definitely some being created, which is good. Should we introduce carbon into the mix? Let's have a little look. Let's see. Let's see if that actually works. Did that... Aha! It's made cobalt. There has been a tiny little bit of cobalt. Cobalt has been made. Let's go and get coal deposits. Right-click to go to inventory. Coal, not carbon. Let's now use coal as our... There we go. Let's use a little bit of coal in sort of key locations around here to try and get the temperature up just even higher. That's kind of what we're after, I think. Carbon monoxide. There's a lot of cool stuff happening here. This is real nice. Molten cobalt. Absolutely things you like to see. Still don't really understand why this cobaltite is not getting up to temperature. That is curious. But hey, look, we're making molten cobalt, which is great. The one other thing that I'm going to need to figure out is how are we going to get more coal? If we open the guide to coal, there's nothing that we can... Yeah, mines into coal, burning coal. Yeah, the only way to get ourselves coal... Nothing actually requires coal. It's all output. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's fine. Either way, molten cobalt, that's happening at a decent rate. We're capturing all of the runoff as well, which means that we're getting carbon dioxide and all of the good stuff that we might expect to be getting. Cobalt oxide, let's take that away. See if that gives me a little bit more stuff. Also, I want to try and make the runoff furnace aqueous sulfur dioxide. That's because it's presumably too cold to be water. Yeah, I want to try and make the runoff furnace as well. But either way, that's pretty good going. So I mean, if we take a look at molten steel, molten tin, molten cobalt. It's a little bit of molten cobalt. It's not really as much as I was kind of hoping. Cobaltite. Why is this not transforming? Why is this not transforming? We go to inputs. Cobaltite should just give me the resources that it requires. Oh well. Molten cobalt plus molten steel is going to give me molten cobalt steel, which I think we're still on track for. We can absolutely make that happen. Let's try getting some more cobaltite in there. Don't know if that's actually going to do anything. Charcoal. Let's add charcoal into the mix. Add more charcoal. Add more charcoal. Charcoal, 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 charcoal. Yeah, lots of carbon dioxide is going to be given off by that. But let's see if we can try and get this cobaltite up to temperature. Yeah, it's so rogue, isn't it? It's so rogue. Cobalt oxide. Cobaltite. Yeah, it says 1562. Not in backpack, not in spaceship. Yeah, it's because I've dealt with it already. Oh well. Should we try making a runoff furnace? That might give me the results that I require. No matter. Let's see if we can try and do that. All I'm going to need to do is I'm going to basically need to build a little bit of... There we go. A little bit of clay wall around here. Beautiful. And then we'll drill it up, and then we'll place it down in a runoff furnace over here. Right. I've created the very bare bones, I think, of a runoff. As a... What is it called? What does the video game like to call it? Like a runoff forge. Yeah, I think that's what we've got, right? So we're gonna give this a shot in order to make cobalt in somewhat large quantities. I don't know if this is gonna work. Why don't we start with hematite? That sounds like a decent idea. Let's get charcoal loaded in here. Get all of my charcoal in there. Let's see if we can try and light this from through here. We absolutely can. And then let's see if we can try and go and add hematite. Okay, so we need to heat things up a little bit more first. That shouldn't necessarily be a problem. There's also actually conveniently water down at the bottom here, so we should be able to moltenify it, and then immediately take things further. Do I need wood? I need wood. I don't have wood. Is there any coal? No, I don't think there is coal. Is there nuts? I think there is nuts. There's nuts on my person. Okay. Either way, this is looking a little bit hotter, but not that much hotter. Like, yeah, this is not good enough. No matter. It's okay. Let's go and clean this up. I'm gonna have to figure out nuts in just a second because I clearly need trees. There we go. Good. Okay, dirt. No, we need wood, and we're gonna get that added to material slots. Let's go put that down there. Add all of this into the mix. Good. Okay, so that is now super, super hot. We've captured a lot of the temperature. Does that do anything? No. See, that's just not working. That's just not working. That's clearly not good enough. Runoff forge is good for large amounts of volumes. I feel like that's using coal, right? That's using coal. That is using coal, which I feel is like not good enough. I also feel like maybe the angle is just a little bit too steep on this. Like, it does heat up the hematite a little bit, but not to the degree that it needs to be heated up at. Yeah, we need to make sure that the fire also always has oxygen. Let's see if I can try and lower the... Hold on. Yoink. Yoink all of this. See if I can try and lower the rate of attack here. There we go. All about experimentation. So we're going to get you to come down. What was I building? Oh, I was building with lye. Fine's fine. Build with clay. Build with clay. How about that? That's not too shabby. Okay. And stuff this area full of wood. Light the spark. Hope that that is enough. And then let's see if we can try and make this happen. Let this get all heated up. There we go. Good stuff. And then if we introduce that on there. Yeah, so that's not too bad. So that's going to sort of basically hold in that position until we are ready. Let's just pop in a few more bits and bobs. Yeah, that's good. There we go. Iron coming down here, and then it'll actually moltenify and then come down a little bit further. Okay, I feel like it's not really as useful as this area over here. I feel like this is still kind of what we need. So let's collect all of this. Methane, hydrogen gas. Holy cow, we got a lot of gases to play around with. Yeah, so that's fine. It's okay. Let's get the ceramic back out, and then I will come and fix some of the holes that I created in this system. That's grass, you idiot. Potato. There we go. Extend that out a little bit. Extend that out a little bit. Okay, and then we'll try adding some more. Yeah, I mean, I gotta be honest, the runoff forge seems useful in certain circumstances, but it seems like a lot of effort for not a huge amount of reward for me right now. Okay, get the last of the ceramic down. We just gotta just try to get more cobaltite, I think. So that's fine. Iron, let's get coal. I need to go and get trees sorted in just a second, but you know, for now we're just gonna get this. Gonna get this on the go. Gonna get this on the go. Anything else cobalt related? Cobalt. We got 74 cobalt, which is not terrible. Yeah, let's pump this into here as well. And let's also pump in a little bit of carbon for good measure. And we'll see if that all combines. I still don't know exactly how cobaltite becomes cobalt oxide. It is a part of the process that is just not clear to me at all. There we go. Get some more. Get some more of this. Beautiful. Cobalt, carbon. Charcoal, charcoal, charcoal. Do I have... I was going to say, do I have coal? I do. And that is what I wanted to put down in here. There we go. So that's going to get up to an even hotter temperature, I do indeed hope. So let's freaking go. Okay, the other thing that I want to do is check out upgrades. I've not upgraded anything in ages. Cobalt steel. Yeah, we're probably going to need to make another furnace of some sort. I also just need to... I need to find some way to generate more. This is... I feel like this should be hotter. I feel like this should be hotter. Cobaltite is 6,000 degrees, and then the cobalt oxide is just not... It's just not hot enough. Getting a little bit of carbon monoxide up at the top there, which means that there has been a little bit of a conversion into cobalt. So that is happening. That is good. That is what we like to see. Make sure that that is all stacked up so that we have maximum temperature at all times. But I think we kind of just have to leave that. I'm going to go and maybe get... What the heck is going on there? Some falling embers have caught me off guard. Yeah, probably need to go and find some more coal. So we're going to allow that to just sort of chill. And then I am going to go and grab some more coal from down in the dungeon here. I say dungeon. The mine is the correct phraseology for that. Good amount of coal there. I don't know if there's a specific depth that coal appears at. There is like a map system, and we can... yeah, material name or formula. Search world for materials. Charcoal. No. Coal deposit down here. Okay. Well, that's good news. So there is at least a little bit more coal in this vicinity. In this chunk in this block, I guess. It doesn't look like there's much. I think I've been through here, to be brutally honest. Oh well, maybe I will correct myself. Yeah, I think we need to get nuts planted as well. Trees seem like the only decent way that we're going to be able to get a consistent amount of fuel. This runoff forge, yeah, I mean, unless I'm sort of like manning it consistently, I don't think it's going to work. Cobaltite is at 10,000 flipping degrees. Come on, it's supposed to do something at that point, right? You've got to do something at that point. Cobalt oxide. Let's go and get a bit more carbon dioxide. Let's pick up the carbon here and place down carbon here. Yeah, so if I place it directly on the cobalt oxide, then that will... See, if I pick it up... Hold on, if I pick up the cobaltite, it does actually turn into the exact resource that I'm looking for. Huh. That's a weird one, isn't it? That's a really, really weird one. Okay, no matter. Go get me some more... There we go. Go get me some more carbon. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. I'm going to yoink the wood here, because I'm going to need it, and then I'm going to set fire to the leaves. And that is how we're going to get some more carbon, and then I'm going to go and cobaltize a little bit more, and then we're going to go and combine the cobalt at long last with the steel, which should be a fairly simple reaction, I think. Oh, it's cassiterite, it's not coal. No matter. Okay. There we go. Good. Lots of leaves. Good stuff. Pick up all of the carbon there. Some more. There we go. That's what we like to see. It's probably fine. A little bit of carbon dioxide and some steam for good measure. Why the heck not? This is just a complete waste of time now. So I'm going to yoink all of that back up. I'm going to yoink back up all of that too. Okay, so pick up cobaltite. Pick up cobaltite. Pick up cobaltite. And then... so cobalt oxide. And in fact, we've got 100 and something cobalt now, so that's good. Cobalt oxide... Let's get you to go into this position there, and then let's go and get carbon. You go into that position there. Let's drop down some carbon on all of this, and then hopefully that will allow us, once this is up to the 1.5 something temperature, it basically should all convert, which is good. And you can tell that it's converting because we've got carbon monoxide, we've got sulfur dioxide, we've got pretty much everything that we need. Cobaltite as well. Yeah. Maybe we can put cobaltite in, like, here. And then I'll maybe try and pick it up. Cobalt oxide. Ah, we've actually got too much. Look at that. We've actually got too much molten cobalt that the carbon is not being exposed. So I'll pick up the molten cobalt. There we go. I can, like, pipette it out. There we go. And as we get it... Look at that. That is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay, so I basically need like another reaction chamber. Yoink. Yoink. I'll just pick it up in larger quantities. That's fine. Okay, yeah, give me this all out of here. And then what we want to do now is we want to get cobalt. Cobalt. We want to start getting that heated up pretty much as quickly as we possibly can, and then we want to get steel. Molten steel or steel, both will be fine, but we'll get a little bit of that, and then we'll throw the rest in there. So we've now got molten cobalt. We will soon have molten steel, and cobalt. It's called what? Molten cobalt steel? Oh, we've actually also got molten cobalt as well, which I'll throw down just into the mix, which will of course immediately turn into cobalt, but that's fine. Molten steel, and in the middle there, we have got molten cobalt steel. Fantastic. That is really, really nice. I like that a lot. It is a very, very slim, small amount, because it can't really combine. Molten cobalt steel. But you know what? If we pick it up... In fact, you know what? If I go to brush size to 2... There we go. And I will just slowly but surely pick up the molten cobalt steel, which is great. We should probably probably create like a little hardening chamber down here. Just with clay, because at least we know that it's not going to melt. Molten cobalt steel. Great. Nice. Molten steel, molten cobalt steel. Molten steel, cobalt. It will eventually combine. Great. I am chuffed with that. That is looking good. I'm happy that I actually just sort of, like, focused up and tried to get stuff done there. Cobalt, iron. I'll take the crowbar, sure. Pixel crafting tab allows crafting of special pixels for buildings. Okay, we'll do it. Measuring tape, steel, I'll take that as well. Temperature control pixels, filter pixels, electronics pixels, experimental pixels, a wrench. Seems rather antithetical to some of the other stuff there, but that's okay. Let's see if we can try and pick up pipettes, molten steel, molten cobalt steel, please. Molten cobalt steel, molten cobalt steel. Beautiful. Oh, amazing. Amazing. Look at that. Look at that. It is coming together. We are slowly but surely running out of the resources, but heck yeah, it's working. It's working. Cobalt, cobalt, cobalt. Cobalt, cobalt, cobalt. Look, I cannot complain about that. I cannot complain about that at all. Molten cobalt steel. Get that equipped into there. Boom. Harden it up. Fantastic. And can I actually just harvest it? I 100% can harvest it. Okay, so that's 70 bits of molten cobalt steel. That's not too bad. Drills through granite, allowing access to more resources. Is that what I want to do? Is that really what I want to do? Cobalt. I want to get blueprints actually. Yeah. Steel, cobalt steel. Yoink it all out of here. That was good. That was good. I like that. I'll get blueprints. Yeah, sure. Let's do it. A glass bottle, a runoff forge, a simple forge. Amazing. Okay, so we can actually... What's a glass bottle? Oh, it's literally just a cooling zone. So the runoff forge, we can get 3 different blueprint designs that are all going to be built there, and we can build them. Oh, that is good. That is good. How's my angle? My angle's not too bad, but the ability to build that is really good. Really, really good. Okay, I'm gonna yoink all of this out of here. I also think, sorry, runoff forge, you're kind of garbage. Kind of garbage. Also, crowbar. We've not actually used the crowbar yet, but that allows me to get rid of stuff. We've got a lot of good juices up there. A lot of good gases. Conveyor left, conveyor right. Heck yeah. Okay, most limited by copper. Yeah, but... insufficient materials. How do I make this? This is not clear to me at all. I also don't even know if I have the ability to make these things. Crafting of specific pixels. Incoming signals toggle on off. Upgrade required in order to get access to all of that. Oh, I see. The ingredients are right there. So copper and iron. Let's see if I can try and go and get... It's called cuprite, isn't it? Yeah, cuprite. I have a little bit of it, but I think I have more of it in the ship here. We'll create a little bit more... We'll create a little bit more copper. Oh, maybe we don't have that much more. I thought we did, but... mayhaps we do not. Right. The good news is... copper is an unbelievably easy resource to make relative to just about anything else. So we're going to be able to get so much copper really, really easily. I'm going to collect all of this. Arsenic trioxide gas. Who cares? It's good, though. Yeah, cobalt steel. Cobalt steel is the only thing that we actually need. Let's yoink it. Okay, vanadium carbide steel. That's cool. I do want to go deeper. Scrambles positions of loose pixels within the area. Reaction pins. Don't really care about that. Backpack level 2. I would like a backpack level 2. I would like a backpack level 2 a lot, but I'm not going to bother about that too much. Well, we've created a little bit of a wasteland over here, but that aside, it's actually pretty easy to grow trees. They just kind of sprout up. There we go. They just sprout up. You see, you can already see trunks are being made here, which is kind of nice. So I'm just dotting around a few... There we go. A few nuts. So that we can get... I suppose I could just, like, plant one single nut as opposed to planting a whole bunch, but, there we go. Okay, so I'll return here, and, it'll be a forest. It'll be a lovely, big, luscious forest. Do I... Ooh, what's this? Ice. Ah. I guess it was winter here whilst we were gone. Yeah, do I want to head down to the... Do I want to head downstairs to see what the drill situation is? See if we can try and use... There's lots of ice here. I do need more coal. I am pretty desperate for more coal. That being said, I also kind of want to experiment with the conveyors as well. Like, that's pretty darn cool. Conveyors, blenders. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Reversible. Moves the pixel next to it. Yeah, I mean, a couple of these would be really, really interesting. That's the level that we can get to at the present moment. Get to materials, yeah. I mean, do we want to get an upgrade before we go? A backpack level 2 would be kind of nice. I mean, strontium. Let's go and check out strontium. Strontium is made by strontium oxide, which is made how? Ah, Celestine. Celestine is how we make... Celestine... Jump to inventory. Okay. Celestine is how we make that. Let's have a think about this. Okay, so I've got some good copper. I'm happy with that. I'm gonna offload some junk. Here we go. Clear this. What have we got? What have we got? Lots of carbon, lots of gas. Coal. I'm going to keep coal because we're going to need it. I've made one conveyor left. Amazing. Dirt. Let's get that all loaded in there. Fallen leaves. That's carbon. That's literally carbon that can become. So that's going to be quite nice. Limestone gravel. Get rid of that. Yeah. Keep probably the rest of the stuff. Steel. We can come back and get steel at a later date. Water. Don't need water. Certainly don't need wood if we're going to be going down underground. I'm still at 75%? Huh. Okay, well, you know what? That feels not good enough. I feel like I need to readjust my priorities here. Right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get Celestite, because we do have a fair bit of that. Also, do I have carbon in here? I have got carbon. That's fine. We will get leaves, fallen leaves. Fallen leaves really don't count for much. Okay. Yoink all of this. We're then going to put leaves into this hole here. Massive big hole. Oh, look at that. It's creating compost. How nice. I don't care about compost. Okay, that did not create carbon in the way that I was expecting it to. Oh, look at these trees. Look at these trees. What is it that I need to burn? Maybe it's the trunks that I need to burn. No, but it can't be the trunks that I need to burn. Must be something else. Leaves? Maybe it is the trunks. Okay. Well, let's... Oh, that's my tree that I just destroyed. Also, I'm very low on the old HP. Let's get this into here. Let's go and eat this. And then let's go and yoink a bit of carbon then, I suppose. Yeah, that's rather annoying in the grand scheme of things because it means that I didn't really materially change what I set out to. Let's get Let's get wood into here. Let's refill all of this. Let's get Celestine. Yep. Let's pump that into there. And then let's see what happens here. So this should ideally... Where is it? Celestine. Input. Celestine should give me strontium oxide and sulfur trioxide gas. At quite a low temperature as well. Sulfur trioxide gas. Cool. Celestine, strontium oxide. Amazing. And then strontium oxide is used as an input. Combine it with carbon. Great. Okay, so carbon. Jump to inventory. Carbon assigned to there. Strontium oxide. If I just... Boom. Put this into the mix. Are we going to combine to make strontium? I certainly hope so. Looks good to me. Looks good to me. Okay, nice. And we get some additional gases that I've not really considered. Not really considered at all. Okay, so 512 strontium? Yeesh, that's going to be quite a lot. That's going to be quite a lot of strontium. Alright, new plan. New plan, new plan, new plan. Everything. Transfer everything to the ship. Forget that. We're just gonna go down and we're gonna be completely unencumbered. Excuse me? Completely cadmium. Do I have that one? Completely unencumbered by anything and everything. There we go. Down as deep as we can go. Past the land of the ectoplasm ghosts. Past the land of the steel structures. And down into the olivine deposits. Which I absolutely cannot now mine. That is... annoying. Can I get through here? Okay, maybe I can't get much deeper. Let's explore a little bit. Rust. Okay. Stibnite. Oh, that's because it was water. It was water and combining with iron there. Right. I am not sure. I'm not sure what else I can get access to down here. Maybe there's not actually that much. Cobaltites. Yeah, cobaltite's really good to get, but obviously it's entirely useless unless I pick it up manually. I guess that's maybe why we want the agitation mechanics. So that we can maybe do a bit of agitation. Oh, this is appetites. I've already had appetite. Yeah, what else? What else was there? Vanadium. Oh, get out of here. Faster gears. Nah. Farmer's glove. Nah. Jetpack level. Higher jetpack speed. Enables the use of electronic devices. That might be something that we want to do, you know. Electronic devices is not a bad idea. Ooh, there's some mercury just chilling around on the floor here. Very interesting. I think that mercury is found in coal sources. Oh, there was also uranium. I found uranium as well. So I think maybe some of these are new resources. Oh, hello. Oh, you are very interesting. I'll talk to you. Greetings. I am Phaeton. What is this machinery? This machine mixes salt and sulfuric acid. Try pressing the button. You too can make buttons like this. What will you give me? Firefly egg, heating elements, silicon, bowl of coal for a cheeseburger, crude oil, coal, charcoal gives a heat ring. Interesting. And you want vanadium, chromium, and boron. Right, so the button... what do I do? Do I press the button? Oh. Now that is cool. So what is this? This is a blender, right? So that's the thing that does the agitation. So that is going to be really, really useful. And that makes salt and sodium, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, sodium bisulfate. Very nice. Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to yoink all of this. This is mine now. I will not forget you. I probably will. You're actually not far... Actually not far below the surface at all. You're in a pretty reachable location. Okay, there's just so many... There's so many possible objectives, which I kind of love. Like, you can just do whatever it is that you want to do, which I think is great. It's real good. It's really nice. Yeah, blender gun. That might be useful. That might be useful. Let's see if we can try and make lead. I think I have the ingredients to make lead. Yeah, we are traveling very, very slowly at the moment. I realize that. I need to increase my backpack size. This is a disaster zone here. Also, I am too slow. This is beyond a joke. Yeah, backpack level, strontium. I'm hopeful that I'm going to come back to a little bit more strontium than I left with, but I kind of doubt that is going to be the case. We gotta hope. We gotta hope. Right, the fire is still going. Carbon, strontium. Okay, you know what? Maybe there might be enough strontium in here. Maybe there might be enough strontium. There might be enough strontium. No, there's nowhere near enough strontium, to be honest. That's fine. Strontium. What was it called? It wasn't called apatite. It was called celestine. I don't have any more celestine. I'll go and create some more cobalt. Sulfur trioxide gas, carbon monoxide. Pick this all up here. Yeah. Okay. Actually, no, hold on. Let's do aluminium, or aluminum, as some people like to say. Aluminium. Right, so we need it as an output. So we want it to create aluminium bromide, alumina. How do we make alumina? How do we make alumina? Aluminum bromide. I mean, I don't think that we have any of this stuff in our... I don't think we have any of this stuff in our inventory at the moment. Yeah, I don't think alumina is likely to work. Not for us anyway. What is it that I want to do? I mean, we could build a machine that ideally combines elements. That'd be kind of goated. I like the idea of lead as well. Let's see if we can try and do lead and sulfuric acid. Do I have sulfuric acid? Let's have a look. Sulfuric acid as an output. Aqueous nickel sulfide gives us nickel, oxygen gas, sulfur trioxide, and steam. That's actually super easy to make. That is super easy to make. Sulfur trioxide gas, and then steam, which we might not have. Might not have here. Here we go. Okay, move everything to the player. That gets me. It makes me so unbelievably slow, but that's okay. Right, sulfur trioxide gas. That's good. And then steam. Great. Amazing! Look at that. Look at that. We now make sulfuric acid. Fantastic. And then it immediately turns into something. Oh, look at that. It's actually, you can see it's an exothermic reaction because it is, of course, heating up. That is kind of cool. Right, sulfuric acid. That is absolutely... That was the easiest thing that I think I could possibly have done. Right, lead. How do we do lead then? Right, so lead. Ooh, what type of lead? Doesn't really matter. Lead is an output. We need aqueous lead sulfate. No. There's got to be something else. Lead oxide plus carbon. Do I have anything lead related? I've got lead sulfide. Lead sulfide plus carbon, right? Lead sulfide plus carbon. Yeah, lead sulfide plus carbon. Did I have carbon? Did I have carbon? Carbon. Yes, I do. carbon. Okay, let's add carbon to the mix. Nice and general. And then, whilst we're waiting for that to happen, let's go and unlock the blender gun. Amazing. And so that will... What the heck? That will allow me to do this. Right? We give it a nice mix. Ooh, didn't mean to do that. We need to make sure that we don't go below. But that gave me sulfur. Was that one of the byproducts? Lead plus carbon monoxide. Well, we definitely got carbon monoxide, which means that we're getting a little bit of lead, which is great. I will pick up this, however, because I feel like that's not necessary. That's good. Lead sulfide. Yeah, okay, so that blender gun is going to be an absolute goat in terms of actually just getting stuff done. Let's go and get coal deployed. Coal or charcoal, actually. Coal or charcoal, I think. Oops. There we go. That's nice. Very, very nice. Let's also check out the recipe for carbon, because there could very well be a recipe for carbon that I am overlooking. Charcoal, blender. Charcoal, blender is carbon. Do we have the ability to blend? I think we do, you know. We absolutely do. Okay, give me 10 blenders. Can craft up to... Yeah, we can craft up to loads. Okay, good. And then how do I place this? So we go blender. Let's select, I don't know, lead sulfide. And then we build it like so. Tell you what I would like to do first. Let's go and build this here, right? And then let's place down the blenders like this. Because what I'm thinking, you know, it doesn't really need to be overly sophisticated. But if we do that, and then I place down a few bits of charcoal, does that give me that gives me carbon! It just gives me carbon. Okay, that's unlimited carbon. That is absolutely amazing. Oh, that is so good. That is so good. Okay, you know what? I take it back. I love blenders. I have just absolutely demolished all of my charcoal, which might become problematic, but that's okay. And then let's go... Let's actually turn this down a little bit. There we go. Look at that. Molten leads. Oh, amazing. And then you know what? We'll introduce a little bit more of this. We'll blend it up a little bit. Lead sulfide. Molten leads. Oh, what do you know? The lead sulfide becomes, with a little bit of blending, it becomes molten lead, and molten lead makes me very, very happy indeed. We actually need to increase this just a little bit more so we have a little bit more randomness and we have some transition between the carbon and the lead sulfide, because we're just making literally 100% molten lead right now. Oh, this is satisfying. This is so satisfying. Okay, so we got sulfur dioxide, we got carbon monoxide up there. That is separated. That's good. We'll do a little bit more mixy. Great. Mix it around. Oh, fantastic. Look at that. We got a whole bunch of molten lead. So that is amazing. Then we yoink all of this out of here, right? Yoink all of it out of there. We don't want to blend it, but I will put it down here just to let it chill. Yeah. That's good. That's good. Let it chill there. It's going to take a little bit of time to cool down, and then once it's cooled down, we will get ourselves some lead. Honestly, I completely forgot what I was going for. Lead acid battery? Let's do it. Oh, that's so exciting. Okay, good. So what does this allow for? Silicon helps you locate interesting things. Maybe. Faster recharging of your suit battery. Flashlight. Oh, don't hate that. Requires some tin, some glass, an electrolyzer. Triggers electrolytic reactions on the target position, uses a large amount of electricity. A laser, a freeze ray. Okay, and then this is, I guess, weapons. That makes perfect sense, actually. I feel like you are important. This backpack level is kind of important. Thermometer, glass. How do we make glass? I've not really dealt with that yet. Nitroglycerin. Let's see if we can try and make nitroglycerin just for the. Let's see if we can try and do it just for the glycerin nitric acid. Okay, that might be a bit complicated. Liquid fat, aqueous lye is glycerin. Okay. Okay, something to consider, maybe. Holy cow! Look at all these elements. Oh, this is so good. This is so good, so good. I feel like we've discovered you. We've discovered you as well. That's nice. Anything else that I want to make? I don't think so. Okay with that. The strontium situation kind of bothers me, to be honest. Strontium oxide. How do I make strontium oxide again? Let me just double check that. Because I feel like... it's the Celestine stuff. Yeah. Let's go and get Celestine. We're going to go on a mission to go and get Celestine. I think that's kind of important. I need to get this... I need to get this sorted. And I cannot be over encumbered forever. Tell you what, though, that is hella cool. Also, I need to absolutely just create... Is that Celestine? Yeah, that's absolutely Celestine. Oh, you beauty. You absolute beauty. That's probably gonna... That's probably gonna be enough, to be honest. I'm not gonna stop there, but that's not bad going. So it looks like it comes in crystal and deposit form. I didn't think it came in deposit form, but it's nice that it does. Because the crystals don't contain that much. Potassium nitrate. I mean, that's just got to be... It's got to be explosive. It's got to be explosive somewhere or another. Coal. Don't mind if I do. Yes. Oh, that is mercury. Which I will also take. Because I need that for thermometers. And yeah, that absolutely is found in coal deposits. For sure. Yeah, that is... That is useful. I'll take the iron as well, even though we don't really need iron. Oh, I love this. This is really fun. I love the fact that you can just create absolutely... I love the fact that you can create absolutely anything. Like, as long as it is real. Ooh. Is this ruby? Oh, we need ruby for something. We needed ruby for the gun? Yeah, we needed a ruby for a ruby laser. Okay, well that is definitely worth exploring for. It feels like a really good result. Flint? We're quite near the surface actually here. I feel like we could also do with getting what is it? Like a blender randomly swaps the positions. Can transform certain pixels by blending them. Yeah, I think I'm going to make loads of those, and I think I'm going to put them in my cauldron. So I don't think it will do a lot of transforming. I mean, I know that it transforms carbon into... sorry, charcoal. Ooh, hello. It transforms charcoal into carbon, but I don't think it will do that a lot of the time. I think what's most important is that it's going to agitate and allow us to make our resources much more quickly. Also, yeah, I know there is a thing upstairs that I'm getting to, but I wanted this coal here because we need a power source. Okay, what is it that you've got to say, buddy? Welcome. I am Frosto. What is this machinery? This machine makes calcium sulfate by dropping limestone into sulfuric acid. I like it. And you will trade for some liquid helium. A cold ring. So this cold ring looks like it is the sort of automatic way. Very nice. Sulfuric acid, water, carbonated, and calcium sulfate. And now we've got carbonated water. Allow solids. Okay, that's cool. So we've got the conveyor belts here. We've got a copper wire. We've got the calcium sulfates. And I'm going to, of course, yoink everything that you have got. But the fact that we discovered somebody new, that is very, very good too. That is what we love. Also, is this another bit of ruby? I think this is more ruby over here. This is also some more Celestine, which I will take. I will take the ruby as well. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, there's some more Celestine over here as well, which is very nice. Okay, yes, I know I could take you out, but I don't care. Right, I've been here before, haven't I? Yeah, I've absolutely been here before. This is where... Yeah, this is where I pilfered another individual. Mercury? I mean, I could give you the mercury. Gold, aluminium. I feel like none of that is too difficult to come by. I know that I don't actually have aluminium sorted yet, but I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm trying. I'm trying. God, I feel like this game could just give you hours and hours and hours of entertainment. This is fun. Give me some nuts. Give me some wood. Give me some leaves. Fallen leaf. Technically, it's not fallen when I'm drilling it, but whatever. Not going to dispute that too much. There we go. Wood. And some more wood. Oh, am I this close to the base? Didn't even realize. Okay, again, not really complaining. That's good. That's good. Okay, let's make 64 blenders. Yep. Make 64 blenders, please. And let's apply to the slot. Let's place down. Oh, look at that. We can just literally... We can create a break in them so that we can have a nice amount of agitation here. I hope these aren't going to melt. Did I place the wrong thing? That's bauxite. I didn't mean to place bauxite. That's fine. We'll pick it up in just a sec. Right. Blender. 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 Yeah, fine. Okay. It's not perfect, but it is good enough. Let's get coal deployed into this position over here. We've got loads and loads of coal. Feels nice. Let's also get some Celestine. There we go. Deployed over there. Strontium oxide. And how did I make strontium again? We don't have it. That's okay. Strontium is here. It's literally just plus carbon. Well, that is okay, because I am willing to add carbon. I am willing to continue to... Yoink. I'm willing to continue to be slow. That's fine. Carbon. And let's deploy you. And because we shuffle... Oh, because the blender, it immediately becomes whatever it is that we want it to become. Oh. Look at that. Look at how useful that is. Look at that. Molten alumina. That is brilliant. Add more carbon. Sure. Okay, so the blender is absolutely fantastic. Sulfur trioxide, sulfur monoxide. That is great. I am happy with that. What was I trying to build? Again, I can't really remember. Oh, yeah, let's take a ruby laser. Sure. Okay, so that gives me an achievement, and it also gives me a weapon, right? I think. Toolbox, ruby laser. Let's replace it with a weapon, and let's see if it works. That's bauxite. Okay. Nice. Okay, so it can be used to heat up. Yeah, it can heat things up. Interesting. And it uses power, and that turned into ceramic. Very nice. Okay, that's cool. Let's go over here. Let's pick up all of this strontium. Am I going to be able to have 500 strontium? I don't actually know. It is for the backpack that I'm going after. Strontium 315. 319. Nope. Okay, well, no problem. We got more where that came from. I also think I did pick up some molten alumina oxide. Strontium oxide. Carbon as well. And then as soon as the carbon starts getting mixed into the mix, strontium oxide, it'll start to become strontium, which is great. Here we go. Just add more and more and more. And look at this. We got loads and loads of gases, which I will save up because there's pretty much no reason not to save them up as far as I'm concerned. Really, really good. All of my carbon has been eaten, which is fine. Do I have any charcoal? I don't think I do have any charcoal, do I? I've got 5 bits of charcoal. Tell you what, is there a way that we can make charcoal that I am unfamiliar with? Grass cut, compost, grass cut, carbon dioxide. No, I need charcoal as the output. Just burn wood. That's literally it. Okay, wood gives me wood, carbon monoxide. Ah, yeah, so we basically heat wood up and it becomes a whole bunch of stuff. So that would be if we didn't burn it, for example. Ooh, take the charcoal out of here, actually. Take the charcoal out of there. Put coal in instead. What if I blend coal? That give me anything? No. Yoink the lead. That's great. Charcoal. Let's jump to inventory. Hematite. Cool. And then paste that through there. Pick up the carbon. I need to mix it. Here we go. Good. Need to mix it again. So we need to make sure that we hit a blender. I need to refine this system a little bit, but by golly goodness gracious me, it works. It works really well. So I think we now have the appropriate amount of strontium to get the upgrade for the backpack. And then aluminium. So I did see molten alumina. Yeah. So let's see how we do that. Alumina. Aluminium bromites. Fluorites. Ferrochrome. I mean, I need just plain aluminium. Yeah, I just need plain. So it's alumina plus carbon. Yeah. Okay, so just alumina then. Just alumina is what I need to get. Molten ferrochrome. Vanadium oxide. What's the best way of doing this? Aluminum bromide. Aqueous aluminum bromide. How do we make this? Hydrobromic acid plus aluminium. Yeah, but I want aluminium. That's what I want. That's what I want to make, so that's going to be pretty gosh darn useless. Molten aluminum chromide, alumina. There's got to be a better way of making alumina. Alumina, hydrofluoric acid. Aluminum fluoride, ferrochrome plus aluminium. No. Oh, lepidolidite. Lepidolidite. Okay, I will take that and I will heat that up. Lepidolidite. Great. Take everything from the ship again. That's not everything. Potato. There we go. So I've got the goods. I've got the goods. Apply to the selected slot. Good. Okay, then we're gonna deposit this in here. And then that is gonna give me molten silica? Molten alumina. It's definitely giving me molten alumina. Right, go to materials. Inputs. Yeah, and then, yeah, so you just basically become molten alumina at the rate that we want. And thankfully, we've got the blender, which is going to do a power of the work for us. There we go. A little bit more coal. Oh, this is looking so good. This is looking so good. This is looking so darn good. It is actually working. I quite simply cannot believe that it is working. We've got some sulfuric acid that is chilling over there. I don't know what it is, but we're combining in order to make sulfuric acid, which is kind of cool as well. I like that a lot. So what do I want to collect? I want the molten alumina. Oh my giddy aunt. That happens quickly. Carbon monoxide. Yeah, that happens real quickly. Okay, so what did I get? I got alumina. I got molten alumina. I need 500 of that stuff. It's not a very efficient reaction, this, is it? There's like a whole ecosystem going on in here. This is crazy. Let's do some blending. Oops, bit hot over there. That's fine. Fine. Molten potassium oxide, molten silica. This is crazy. This is crazy. I love it. I absolutely love it. I absolutely flippin' love this. None of these are the things that I'm looking for. I mean, there's a very, very small amount of stuff that I'm looking for in the middle here. Yeah, molten alumina. That's what I need. That's what I need. I don't know the best way to get it. Glass. Okay, there's a lot of chemical reactions happening in here, and I'm honestly not completely sure what's happening with any of them. See, the blenders might be doing something here that actually transforms the pixels in some way. Can I can put water in here. Interesting. Molten silica. Let's put water in here. Create a whole bunch of steam. And I think that's creating more hydrochloric acid, which is then dropping down and then coming back up. Yeah, hydrofluoric acid gas. That's kind of cool, to be honest. So then lots of steam. So we have a little purge as well. We can pick it up if it's in large enough quantities. Oh, that is so cool. That is so unbelievably cool. Okay, how much molten alumina did we get? Not a lot. Not a lot. Lepidolite. Flippin' heck, I don't know how to say that. Yeah. We don't have enough. We don't have enough aluminium to make the backpack. I feel like we got to get the backpack. Okay, let's go and get some more. I'm gonna go get some more lepidite, and we're gonna come up and we're gonna get this flipping backpack sorted. I've got 10,000 kilograms of ore on me right now. That's a lot of ore. That's a very large amount of ore, but that's okay. Anyway, back when we've got the correct resource. I'm not even gonna say it again. Well, another successful mission. Whole bunch of lepidolite. 1.1k, in fact. I am ridiculously over-encumbered, yet again. I've got it in 2 slots there. Don't know why. Ridiculously over-encumbered, probably with a lot of this gravel stuff. You know what? Let's get rid of that gravel stuff. I can come back and get that if I need to. Right, let's get this into position here. Yep, there's a lot, but you know what? I am completely fine with that. We are going to get ourselves some molten alumina to the tune of 500. Oh, this stuff is great. Really, really cool. Let's go and... Since I don't need to actually move anywhere, let's just go and yoink everything. There we go. I am over encumbered to the tune of 500%. Basically. Quite remarkable. Ooh! How did that get in here? Molten silica. I will take that. Is there a hole? Did I mess that up? Molten alumina, yeah. I mean, I'm not complaining. Molten potassium oxide. It's good, but yeah, the reason that I came here is because I need a bunch of coal. There we go, and let's actually decrease this. Oh, it's probably because I just increased the size of the brush size of this. Okay, good. And then, yep, we should be agitating, which is great. Like that a little bit. Good. And, yep, already we're starting to see results come through here. Although not as quickly as I might like. I wonder, let's just take this out. Take this out. Allow things to agitate a little bit. There we go. Immediately, we start to get some much better results. Good. Molten alumina. Molten alumina is in this sweet, sweet layer. Not quite sure why, but you know what? I'm not gonna complain. It is great, though. This is so cool. This is so cool. Okay. Yeah. Get it a little bit more down. I probably want like a full blended situation here, right? There we go. Molten alumina. Just click, click, occasionally. And then we can reintroduce that as and when is required. Give it another click. We get some more molten alumina. More molten alumina. A little bit of molten silicon as well. Where does that put us in terms of molten alumina? We're up to 348. Not far off where we need to be honest with you. Take this out of there. You know what? Yeah, we got too much. We got too much going on right now. That's fine. Oh, oops, 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 oops. Molten silica. Molten silica. Yoink, yoink. Place that back down there. Nice. Ah! Too hot. I'm too hot. I'm too hot. Let's put that into that position. Eat. Good. Good, 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 good. Okay. And now back. More potassium. We got alumina. Molten alumina. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. We'll take it all. 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 I have absolutely no idea if there's a more efficient way or not to do this. There almost certainly is. There almost certainly is. I love the fact that we're agitating so much. I feel like that's really, really important. Let's yoink all of the sulfuric acid out of the sky, out of the area above here, because I feel like that's what matters. Let's pipette out molten alumina here. There we go. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, smashing. Okay, where does that put us? 468. Oh, we are so darn close. Okay, a little bit more molten alumina, and we're going to be across the line. We will have the 512 that we require. All right, I think we're pretty much there. So now, how do we do alumina into aluminium? Alumina, we need to use it as an input. Alumina plus carbon is going to give me molten aluminium. Okay, so let's yoink all of this out of here. And this is a very, very busy area. I realize that. That's fine, but it's okay. Let's get all of this collected here, because we want to make sure that this is as contaminant-free as we can possibly make it, because it's a little bit busy at the moment. Let's restock with a whole bunch of coal. There we go. Looking good. Looking good. And then we're going to get molten alumina. Yep. Let's put that into there. 562. Perfect. Do I have carbon, actually? I have got 116 carbon. That is not going to be enough. Do I have any charcoal? Have any charcoal? Let's have a look. Charcoal. I've got 7 charcoal. Yeah, no. No. Any charcoal over here that I can quickly yoink? Seems like a decent amount of charcoal. 97. I feel like I'm going to need more than that. I feel like I'm going to need more than that. Alright, well. Is there any tree stuff over here? What the heck is that? That's a dead cow. Okay, you know what? There's at least a decent amount of carbon here. I might over-encumber myself to the tune of properly 500%, actually. But you know what? It will be worth it. This is ridiculous. This is why I so desperately need a bigger inventory. I mean, like, desperately. Like, yesterday. I need a bigger inventory. I don't even think the expanded inventory is gonna be enough. I don't even think it's gonna be enough. Right, let's absolutely scrounge together every single bit of charcoal that I possibly can. Let's put this into here. Let's harvest. There we go. The charcoal. That gives me 390 carbon. I mean, that's just not enough, right? That's just not enough. I mean, if we're trying to make alumina as an input, yeah. Alumina. Oh, no. Alumina plus carbon. Molten aluminum. Yeah, molten alumina plus carbon. 2, and 3. Actually, it might be. Okay, let's put that in. Let's put that in there. It's going to make alumina for some, but that's okay. There we go. Okay, so that is going to become molten alumina plus carbon. I'm assuming this is going to make some aluminium. That's the dream anyway. Pick up the alumina, pick up a little bit of carbon. Molten alumina, put down a little bit more carbon, put down a little bit more carbon. It's going to turn at 2,000 degrees, which is quite a lot. Cool. It's going to turn at 2,000 degrees, so we need to make sure that this is topped up to the max so that we can ensure that that works. Agitation should be happening fully. Is there anything that could stop this? Molten alumina plus carbon is going to give me 2 molten aluminium. Maybe it's already become molten aluminium. No, it's still just molten alumina. Oh, molten aluminium. It was there. It's there. It's in tiny quantities. Tiny quantities. Do we actually need the pump? I'm thinking about this, the pump. Move the pixels to the direction that it's facing. No, I don't think we do need the pump. Molten aluminium. Okay, it's great. It's happening. It's happening. Molten alumina. Carbon. More carbon. Keep mixing it. I think it's the ratio that I'm currently getting wrong, to be honest. Molten alumina. Molten alumina. How much molten aluminum do I have? 152. See, that's just not enough, is it? I'm getting good numbers. I'm getting good numbers. It's just not enough. 226. I need more carbon. Okay, I gotta go harvest some trees real quick. BRB. All the trees are gonna go up in flames. That is gonna give me exactly what I need, to be honest. That is a huge amount of charcoal. Because that is literally all I need. Yeah, I would like to very much eat something before I die. Thank you very much. Let's go eat that. Great. So what was the total? What was the total charcoal haul? 1,170 or whatever. Good enough for me. A little bit more. Good stuff. Yeah, so those nuts, they absolutely do work to create more. The heck, cornflower petals? That's new to me. They do work. They do work to create trees. They're just small trees. Right, good. And then this works like an absolute flippin' dream. I am so happy with this. Okay, 1,500 carbon. That's got to be enough. It's got to be enough. There we go. Okay, so lots and lots of agitation. Let's come back in here. Let's move everything back to me. Because honestly, that is the easiest way of managing things. Let's go back to molten alumina. And then place down some more. Good. And then do I just need to pick it up and put it down? I think I kind of just need to pick it up and put it down, to be honest. It doesn't seem to be combining in a... Oh, that's steam. It doesn't seem to be combining in a perfect manner. There we go. Molten aluminium. Great. Put down some carbon. Molten alumina. Mix it all around. Blender. It does create aluminium when it's just mixed with alumina as well. Which is kind of cool. Okay. Increase brush size. Pick up. Go. And we got 26 of that. We'll put that back down. Hold on. Molten alumina. We're so close. We're so close. We're so close. We're so close. Okay. Then carbon. Great. Amazing. I can't do any more agitation, can I? I mean, I can do blending like this. Does that make a difference? Certainly try. And then we pick it up. Molten aluminium. I mean, that does look like it's actually done. It looks like it's done a huge amount of good, actually. Molten alumina. Yeah, so we still have a little bit of molten alumina. I'll put that back in. Put that back in with a bunch of carbon. That's fine. Molten aluminium. What do you know? It's time. I hope agitating it's not going to do anything. Can now pick it up. Amazing. Yeah, we literally just need to let this cool. To be honest, I could just drop this into water. Aluminium, 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 aluminium. It's all cooled pretty much instantly. Feels so good. Okay, now I'm only 376% over encumbered. Amazing. Fair. Cobalt. We're actually not far off the cobalt stuff. Chromium. Not sure quite how we managed that. But you know what? That's a problem for a future potato. We're going to wrap things up right about there, ladies and gents. Atomcraft. I barely explored 1%, I think, of what this game has to offer. The objective is, of course, to get the spaceship back up in the sky again. Back up into space. I mean, getting all of these elements is really, really cool. Rubidium? Sure, why not? Why not get this sorted? But yeah, you're basically getting... Oh, you need 200 of them? Into 1,000 hydrogen? It's quite challenging. It's quite challenging. Anyway, yeah, there's lots of stuff to do. We didn't even really explore the animal situation, the farming, the brewing situation, the stuff that is coming soon. Uranium as well. That's cool. Pixel crafting. Pixel crafting, you can craft special pixels. So the ability to make machines, which I think we actually did get to some degree. Yeah, go check it out. It is available right now. Link down in the description below. Super, super cool game. One that I can highly recommend. Available right now. As I say, full release. So yeah, go check it out. Anyway, folks, my name, of course, has been Orbital Potato. Thank you ever so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye.